So, damn, I almost ran over some people back there. So, I just want to talk for a minute. I mainly want to talk about becoming the best version of you can be. I ain't gonna lie. I done kicked a lot of people out of my life. And sometimes that's what you gotta do. And you need to do it. Because a lot of people, man, they're not really doing nothing for you. You know what I'm saying? They're not really doing nothing for you. They really just, like, a lot of old friends I had, man, I realize now they was just holding me back, bro. They were just holding me back. Their activities, the things that they indulge in, the things that we indulged in coming from whatever culture you come from. You know what I'm saying? Besides, you know, a successful culture, it's really where everybody wants to be. But man, like, coming from low income culture, bro. I was talking to my wife earlier today, and she was telling me, she was like, why you don't believe people? You never believe people when they say something. Because we reading this book, To Think and Grow Rich, and in there was a story about the author's, I think it's Napoleon Hill's son. His son was deaf, and he kind of like instilled into his son's mind that one day you will hear. And the lesson there is to, you know, instill this desire in yourself that you can, you know, if somebody said you can't do nothing, you believe you can and you will do it. You know, that was the lesson in that book. And my wife asked me, did I believe the story? And I was like, I don't know. You know, maybe it happened or maybe it didn't. And she was like, I believed it. And I was like, well, okay, you know, that's cool. But, you know, until you get proof, you don't know if it happened or not. And she was like, why you don't believe people? Because she know me, you know, as my wife. She was like, why do you not believe people when they tell you something? Like, why don't you think it's true first instead of just thinking it's a lie first? And I told her, I said, I don't think it's a lie first. I just don't know what it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm kind of like, I like Ronald Reagan's phrase, and I'm sure he got it from someone else, trust but verify. And that's kind of like how I am. And it comes from my culture that you know, where I come from. I come from a low income area where, you know, making $50,000 a year was like rich. You know what I'm saying? You would consider rich if you was making $50,000 a year where I'm from. So those type of people, being around those low income people, they always lie about every damn thing. They lie about everything. They lie to the government to get government assistance. They lie to the police. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to tell on anybody. They don't want to snitch on anybody. They don't want to get anybody in trouble. They lie to their neighbors. You know what I'm saying? Somebody may come over and ask, hey, do you have some sugar? No, I don't have any sugar. You want to keep it. You know what I'm saying? So they lie to everybody. And they even lie to themselves like they doing okay, but they're not doing okay. And so I was telling my wife, man, coming from that culture, that lying culture, because she comes from a more established culture where they didn't have to lie. Everybody told the truth. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I can't even really believe it, but that's where she come from. I mean, I'm in here now. I'm in her culture now, and she come from that, and it's just, it made me realize how crazy my culture was where I come from, and how different other cultures are. And I realized my point is, being in whatever culture you from, if you're not in a successful culture, like my wife, for instance, she was in a successful culture. You know, they didn't need to have to lie to each other. They was good. When you come from a low income, middle class culture, you got to change your ways or you won't grow.